watching online dating shows by the like of the Kendra G show, there have been a few times where there have been a few ladies who would come onto the show because it never fails. It's always women who have been used and abused, so to speak, women who have been ran through, so to speak, women who have been taken down through there, so to speak, and sexual value is always at the most lowest due to them, so many of them having kids, and it's always kids who they may have had when men who they thought was that one for them would be the one for them, only for those men that always abandon them and leave them as single mothers. Anyways, I have paid pretty close attention to this on behalf of women who come on to shows like that. Some of them have the nerve to say for their next partner and their future or special someone, if they may be lucky enough to meet that special someone off of shows like that. And let's not forget the Ashley L. Dalton show, which is not as popular, and a few other shows like the Toy C dating show. Anyway, some of these women who have been ran through, so to speak, and used and abused have the nerve to say how they would prefer to wait to marriage again before they were to have sex when that special someone who they may happen to meet and in some cases settle down with. Whereas Ray Ray, on the other hand, Ray Ray or Pookie for that matter, didn't have to wait to marriage. Instead, both Ray Ray and Pookie got the best of them right during their sexual peak, right when they were the most gorgeous and was the most shapely, back when they had much more perkier boobs, and if they may happen to have a pretty nice size, well, if they used to have a nicer shape back in the day, back when they had a much more perkier and rounder shape derriere. Only when it seems like they have been taking advantage of some women and used up, so to speak, by the most toxic men, that's when they always want to, and then especially when they having kids from these types of men who in some cases they may know wouldn't be a good father to their kids, much less husband. That's when all of a sudden they start to have an epiphany. In other words, when they may want to demand this high earner who may have to make at least $300,000 a year or more, 300 in some cases at the low end. And not only that, may want this fantasy of a man, one who they could be able to be proud to walk down to the altar and marry. Only then do they always want to pick the right men. Although some women will never change regardless, some women will always be attracted to bad boys regardless of how many bad boys may have knocked them up, so to speak, and abandoned them in the process. But like I just said, it never fails. These women all of a sudden always are demanding the main guys who they wouldn't have picked to get pregnant by, much less marry, after they've been, once again, used up, after they've been taken advantage of by a Ray Ray, a Pookie, you could say. And wouldn't it make sense, am I right or wrong, wouldn't it make sense to pick these exact kinds of guys to have kids with and start foundations with, start families with, before they may have been used up, so to speak, or used and abused or ran through, so to speak? I'm just saying, it never fails. For some of you who may just be joining this live, they always have the good guys, so to speak, wait to get the best, wait to get them at their worst. And when they're using their sexual decline, hi, and thanks for joining. But yet it's still the bad boys, so to speak, could get them always, it never fails, could always get them right when they're at their sexiest, right when they're top notch. I'm just saying, just something that randomly popped up on my mind and that I just had to do a live stream about. Anyways, and thanks for the few of you who thought enough to join me. I'm not going to drag this here live stream at all. Before I end it, make sure you like this here live stream. You also like the channel. Make sure you also share the channel, the video as well. And last but not least, make sure you subscribe. When you subscribe to my channel, Broader Perspective, make sure you choose to be notified of all upcoming videos as well. Not personalized, not none, but all. And until next time, I'm out.